Well, back at it, and we got a bit of a frozen section right here. It needs to be heated up. As we dive into pulling this apart, this little section here for this whole suspension of the track is completely frozen. So we got pretty far yesterday, and we welded on the new shaft. We got one of the aluminum alloy, whatever it is, rear idler wheel. Ooh, it's still early. We started sliding it out. The rear slid really well. The front did not. So we want to heat this up because we want to be able to put grease in here. I don't know if I can. I've been hitting it with a hammer. She's not really moving. She won't pull. Crowbar won't get in there. There's not a good leverage point. So we're just going to give it some heat, see what she does. I think right at the edges here is where it's going to be most built up rust-wise. So that's what we'll try to get hot first. Come on. Is she moving? No. Let's try a bigger hammer here. Again, I don't know if you know, had to cut the handle off. This handle was breaking. So now it's just a nice little handy until I get a new handle made. Come on. Really don't think it's moving. Gotta think about my life decisions right now.
Well, my lips don't match my voice because I got all hot and bothered by that frozen axle shaft. My microphone got turned off as I went to my coffee cup and considered my life. What I'm just explaining right here, though, is why I'm trying to slide it off, and it's to get that rear idler wheel onto the shaft. See that Torque Flex, ASV Torque Flex, I think is what the suspension is called here. It's in the way. You can't get the idler wheel on when the whole frame is pushed up tight against the machine. So you got to pull it out so that it can get past that suspension arm or whatever you want to call it. You can see here the rear slides out real nice. That's what the front should be like, and that's a foreshadowing. That's what it should be like, and it's not. So obviously I already had the wheel on here, so I'm just pulling it out to show you how you get it on. Get it past that little component. The seal is real tight on this, so you got to just work it on there and then send it home with a dead blow mallet, or tighten it on with the actual axle shaft nut. That'll push it on there. So first up is the anti-slip washer that fits in the keyed groove of the shaft. Then you got the star right there, the star washer. It's going to end up being folded over the axle nut, which, here we go, axle nut now. Then we torque that down to 50 foot-pounds. That seats the seal. But then we back it off. Then we back it off and hand tighten it to 1 foot-pound. Just the tiniest little baby squeeze. Then you put on the dust cap, and then it's all held in by that final snap ring. Looking for snap ring pliers, found them. On the ground, snap ring in, off the ground. Now the next idler wheel, the bearing is actually already in there, and then the seal goes on top of that. Snap ring it in. Slide that sucker on. Give pipe wrench to bend metal. Now it fits. Perfect. Hit it on with the dead blow hammer this time. Then you put on your bearing, your anti-slip nut, your star washer, and your actual shaft nut there. Torque it down to the old 50, offset it, and then another little baby squeeze of 1 pound. Dust seal. Ooh, that's a tight dust seal. And snap ring, of course. Nice chatting with you guys. Mic back on in 3, 2, 1.
I kind of got to switch gears here. The rain forced me inside, and this is the problem of not taking the time to get your what's it called, dust collection system going. Well, desperate times call for desperate welders. this escalated quickly. Tried my darndest to heat this up and hammer it off for way too much of the afternoon than I care to admit. And wedging in here, geez, I mean, I had a lot of different contraptions I was trying. We have a crowbar, we have a pickle fork, so we need the taper of the pickle, but the pickle doesn't fit right, so now we have it tight. And this puller I have out of just like a cheap 3-jaw puller set, I just don't like the 3 jars. Anyway, I couldn't get it to grip around. I was like, this is my last attempt to try to pull it off the axle here. This stays, this goes. So as you can see, we welded on, dink, dink, dink. Now I just want you to witness what could be complete another failure, which I think it will be. I think these threads are gonna strip. I don't think there's enough strength in these Harbor Freight pot metal. I've had these for a long time and they're good for little jobs and I despise them basically. But I think this will strip and fail. I'm just predicting it. But if it doesn't and it pulls it all, Bob's your uncle and I'm thrilled. Check 1, 2. Okay, I just wanna make sure it's still running audio. All right, no time like the present. I might as well just send it. And I'm on the highest torque setting with this Milwaukee. Broke a weld down here. Broke the corner right off. I just had it barely on the corner of that weld. Let's do it again, and then we'll do it till it explodes. Broke, shoot. Everything gets an upgrade. All right, while that weld cools, I took off these. This escalated quickly this afternoon as you were charging. The shoulders on these shafts look pretty good. All these bogey wheels gave me a lack of confidence. This one was wobbly. It was pretty dirty on the inside. And this one was just shot. There was no bearing in all, I knew that. But surprisingly, all the shafts have pretty good shoulders still. When I say shoulder, I mean that's where the seal sits, that keeps stuff out. If I knew seals and bearings, I could just repack them in the wheels themselves and then put them back on and see if they last a while. On the inside, everything feels pretty good. Like those aren't shaky at all, which is really good. This one has a little wobble to it. Ooh, that's hot still. This has a wobble to it. So all the outside had wobbles. I don't know if I just needed to repack the bearing, re-torque the bearings. I'm gonna try that. Oh man, thunder's coming in. I gotta hurry. Also, while that weld's cooling, I'll show you here. This Super 35 sensor is so tight. I'm used to, oh my goodness, I'm used to a full frame. When you do full frame and go the other way, it's just super annoying. Okay. The whole benefit of these, that they advertise, is that you could take the dust cap off if there's wobble. These are preloaded when you get to that 50 foot-pounds, and then you can retighten the nut and re-grease them and just kind of just have some preventative maintenance, right? You can upkeep it. Again, I just love how smooth this is. This is one of the best feeling bearings that I've put on. I've put a few of these wheels on. However, my gripe already is I see their design flaw is that the tolerances for their dust seal. The dust seal just needs to keep dust out and liquid out, but it was so tight. Pushing it in, you watch me push it in, coming out, I kind of had to manhandle it. It should be able to come in and out. Now you have to grip it well, but this was too tight. And so there's still enough rubber on there that it's gonna seat again, but I buggered the edges here. You have a chance to just, with this aluminum alloy stuff, it's soft. So if you have steel tools, I don't know. That's my main thing that I'm frustrated by, is that this is too tight. The tolerances are too tight for this dust seal. I had to take this dust seal off, so I know this because I forgot to do the star washer. I needed to bend those in, right? So these are all bent in, I'll show you. And I had to take this off to do that, because I forgot. Come on, baby. We're gonna be mean to it. Come on. She's not moving at all. Stripped it, I bet. Oh, I broke that one. Goodness. The weld broke even. The weld broke. That's crazy, dude. What? Everything, look at that. I bet this is hot. That's crazy. That's crazy. Broken right into there. Well, to be continued once again. I cannot get this to come out, and I'm at the end of my day here. Dinner time, and I've got other things to do, man. That's how it goes. That was wild. I can't believe I just broke this. Well, got the rear rollers on, rear idlers. Everything's good there. We'll clean these bearings, put them back in. But this doesn't need to be pulled, but I just really want to so I can clean this all up, so it will take grease. But I might just have to just take an L on this. I loved my little setup here. What can I do? We'll figure it out. I'll sleep on it.